apropos for opening night at the Toronto International Film Festival. How excited are you to have this film open?
Amazing. It's a real thrill. And that welcome was just unparalleled. I mean, it was just incredible. And to be a lead part in a film, this is my first lead role in a major film, and to have it open the festival and be the film that it is, which I'm very proud of. It's difficult for me to put it into words. I'm thrilled.
3 films here.
Yeah, I know.
Pressure.
It's the first time I'm here, and I've got 3. Well, yeah, it's incredible. And the other 2 are much smaller roles, but I'm equally thrilled to be a part of those projects. They're going to be very, very special cultural moments, I think, all 3 of them.
Now, what did you think of this story going into it?
Well, I mean, I read my newspapers and I'm interested in current affairs, but I learned a lot whilst doing it and before doing it with the research I put in. And it's a very complex, myriad of subject matters. It's not just one. And I think it's a fascinating thing that we're still trying to evaluate and understand, which is, transparency in a modern age and how we can, as a democracy, continue to question in the Fifth Estate those that rule us and those that, whether they be companies or politicians or military institutions, how those bodies of power are ordered and how they operate. So it's an extraordinary moment to be part of telling this extraordinary story, and I think it's very much ongoing.
And now, having played him, has your opinion changed?
I had no for or against opinion, if that's what you mean. I think it's not. I don't think it will be a divisive film. I think it's really very balanced, both about him and about arguments on every side of the political spectrum. I mean, look, these are very complex debates, and I think it would be a dull film, and I'm very proud to say it isn't, if it was two-dimensionally just pro or anti either WikiLeaks or Assange or the US State Department or whatever the other side is. It's a very well drawn out, well crafted, I hope people will agree with me, film that holds complex issues in a piece of entertainment.
I have a fun question for you. If you could leak any piece of information, what would it be? Anonymously.
Anonymously now, in front of you, in front of a television camera?
Yeah.
No comment.
Thank you. Now, how much did you know about the subject going into the film?
I think I'm Swedish, so the subject has been quite, a big one back home. So it was something that I followed, and a few years back, it was already this documentary about WikiLeaks. So, yeah, I knew quite a lot about this.
And has your opinion of the whole matter changed since being a part of the film?
I don't think it's changed. I think what we do with this film is bringing up the subject that is already, the debate that already exists out in the society about transparency, about information, and about the wave that they started with WikiLeaks.
Now, how much did Julian Assange actually have to do with the film in terms of research?
Well, he founded the website.
In terms of the film, though, in terms of the research?
The film is roughly based on the book that Daniel Domscheit-Berg wrote. So it's about them two together starting and founding WikiLeaks.
How much did you know about WikiLeaks going into the film?
Well, I knew about WikiLeaks when they became successful a couple of years ago, so I was very intrigued by the idea behind that organization. And I knew when I heard about them that sooner or later they're going to make a film about them. So it's pretty strange to have participated in the film and to present it tonight.
Tell me, how much did you know about this before you started?
The subject matter of the movie? Oh, I mean, I was pretty obsessed with it.
Were you?
It was a huge story back home in England, and obviously it has a global impact. And I'm fascinated by stories where the technological sphere has such a global impact on the way that humans live their lives. And here we have one human, Julian Assange, who. What a human being. I mean, whatever you think of him, he is certainly an interesting figure to be dropped into our cultural consciousness.
If you could leak one thing anonymously, or find out one thing that was leaked anonymously, what would it be?
That's a really good question. Probably a recipe of some kind.